Well, good morning to everybody. Buenos dias. Good to see you all. It's good to be here. It's truly an honor for me to spend this morning with you and to also commemorate through a proclamation that we passed this week, noting that the Arts and Health Week here in Los Angeles County to celebrate what we're doing here today and moving on for the remainder of the week. But we should be doing this every day, in my opinion, because it's so needed. But I'm really, truly grateful to LA Opera for all that they have done. I'm a bit embarrassed that I couldn't come last year, but so many things were pressing. But I'm happy to be here this year. This is the second annual event, and it's truly inspiring just to hear about the good work that's happening in the county and across the world, and to know that we're all here in it together. And this is about creating leadership. And I do want to give a big shout out to our Department of Arts and Culture for their leadership and everybody that has been involved and engaged in this, because leadership, advocacy are important elements to move us forward. Throughout my career, I have tried tremendously to prioritize arts and culture. And while I don't have a musical bone in my body, my brain tells me I'm okay. And I know, because I love the arts and I love music and I love all that it offers. And being a county board of supervisor has really given me more of an opportunity to understand more of that more deeply. And because iconic places like the Music Center, the Walt Disney, all these beautiful testimonies that we have here in LA County happen to be in my district. So I am really, really proud of that. And to be honest, I think for me, while they're beautiful monuments, they also have to be accessible to people. So we're trying really hard to make sure that people from our communities that we represent, the vast diversity, are able to also exercise their potential by being exposed to the arts, and that the arts can go to them too, because we have arts throughout the County of Los Angeles in different venues. And I am very, very happy that we're doing that through some initiatives that I have worked on, in particular to try to address the word equity. And equity for me means inclusiveness, and it means spreading out the good word and tunes and music and life to everybody. And it shouldn't matter where you grow up. If you lived in a community like I did in the community of La Puente, we didn't have access to arts all the time, even in our schools. I remember as an elementary student being in our choir, and I loved that. And then as I aged out of that, I didn't see a lot happening in secondary and high school. And I never learned to play an instrument, but I always had a love for people who did, and appreciation. So I know what that means for us now more than ever, because we really have to make an investment, I think, in our communities and especially with our young people, so that they can also appreciate what art has to offer. Because for me, it is a healing remedy. It's in our toolkit, and we should be utilizing it even more. But I want to tell you just a little bit about how I got started in this. Back in November of 2015, I had just been on the board for maybe a year. I looked at what we could do to create a motion. A motion is a law here in the county to help promote cultural equity and inclusion. And so we did that. And that, for me, is the basis of where we are today, because it's bringing all of us together, all of us thinking about how we can bring those talents and have the county be a centerpiece for it. And throughout that time, back in 2016, we had several town hall meetings across the county. And all of the county board members were very supportive. We had meetings, granular meetings in the evenings and during the day, to talk to people about what they saw that was missing and that should be included in how we conduct ourselves in terms of arts. What does that really mean? So that took an 18-month process. It was laborious, to say the least. But we came out, the community came out with 13 recommendations. And many of those recommendations helped to build on existing programs that we know are successful and can be successful. One of them I'm very excited about, because I'm big on internships. So we created art internship for students, and there are paid positions for college students. And you may think, oh, that's lovely, but guess what? There's a lot of young people that don't know how to enter into the arts, and this is a good segue for them. And I know that it is working, and I'm so proud of that. Also, continuing our investments through our own county cultural venues like the Natural History Museum, LACMA, and of course the Plaza de Cultura y Artes. That also, these are venues that the county owns that we have say-so over, and we want to make sure that they're available for everybody. But also, something that came to mind to us was that providing organizations to advance creativity through grants to art-serving groups, whether they be small, mom and pop, or large, or whatever, medium size, but knowing that we could do something in our own way through the county to help make that possible. We had, and maybe some of you are in the room today, that have benefited from that, but the Board of Supervisors, we voted to approve $1 million in ongoing funds for the 5 of the 13 CEII initiatives, which is really incredible to be able to do that during the time when we had economic uncertainties. One of the recommendations that I am most proud of is the establishment of a countywide cultural policy. So setting public policy in order to provide a roadmap of how all our county departments, so it goes beyond just the arts department. It's for mental health, it's for all of our departments to also contribute to cultural life. We adopted a cultural policy at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic to ensure that the arts and culture sector was at the table in our plan related to recovery. And that means economic recovery, but even more than that, physical and mental recovery. And it was a historic action that took place. One where our board cemented a commitment to nurturing a culture within our county that seeks to utilize the arts to inform and enhance service delivery to our constituents and residents. You know, the arts and culture sector was among the first hit with event cancellations and venue closures as a result of the pandemic. We know that because we heard it time and time again. And it will be among, unfortunately, one of the last of all businesses to return to full operations. We see this now across the country, but especially the performing arts institutions. But despite those setbacks, the field is resilient. Arts and organizations found innovative ways to continue to work and connect with our communities to provide hope, but most importantly, the healing that the arts can offer amidst uncertainty and tragedy. There is growing research that the arts can positively impact health, from mental health to physical health and public health. And we saw that during the COVID-19 pandemic, we turned to the arts for healing. Whether it was through film or music or even a mural, the arts provide healing. And so today I want to thank all of you for your support in promoting a deeper understanding of the essential connection between arts, health, and well-being. But I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge the incredible role of renowned soprano and arts and health advocate, Renee Fleming. Her artistic gift is remarkable, but it is her leadership in uplifting the healing power of the arts that is really inspiring. On behalf of the County of Los Angeles, we thank her, and we look forward to many occasions to work with her to expand what she is doing across the world, but more importantly, what we need to do here in LA County. As I shared, Renee Fleming is one of the most highly acclaimed singers of our time, performing on the stages of the world's greatest opera houses and concert halls. Honored with 5 Grammy Awards, the U.S. National Medal of Arts, and the 2023 Crystal Award from the World Economic Forum in Davos, she has sung for momentous occasions around the globe. A leading advocate for research at the intersection of arts and health, Fleming is a special projects advisor for LA Opera and has been appointed a Goodwill Ambassador for Arts and Health by the World Health Organization. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a warm, warm welcome to our guest, Renee Fleming.